Imagine wearing sandals in the desert.
Imagine not wearing shoes in the desert.
He
You
just
fucking
doesn't give a
idiot.
fuck.
Where were you kidnapped? You fucking idiots.
I don't like the eyes she gives you. It freaks me out.
I think those are just her eyes.
Yeah, they freak me out.
Alright, I had to go. Okay. You want to know what our route is? We have to try to go to Death Mountain, get rejected from going to Death Mountain, get our horse, go back to town, and then we can go back onto Death Mountain. I mean, by town, I mean home.
Yeah, I remember this being a very lull section of the game.
You know what would be great is if we had something that could teleport us, but we had to be a wolf to do it, and we can't manually wolf.
Not being able to manually wolf was like fine. It was just the fact that just this was such a boring section.
No, my point is that we have fast travel we can't use.
Yeah, but that's kind of the intention, right?
Mm-hmm. Could we? I guess we got horse.
Right, because it's supposed to be like, oh, you know, sometimes it's going to be wolf, sometimes it's not.
Gorons are racist.
Yeah. It's a very common thing
Fucking
in a
rock
lot of
eating.
Japanese games and media.
Fucking rock eaters.
Where it's just like, I think that was a thing, God, was it Final Fantasy 14? I don't remember. It was like some kind of Final Fantasy game or something where they're like, and then the true race will inherit the earth, ours. And you're like, whoa! How is this not the villain? What? Even Mass Effect did that, actually.
Oddworld, but that's kind of the point of Oddworld.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between, like, they're painting these people as, you know, the villains, and, like, how is this not highlighted? Like, in Mass Effect 2, you work for Cerberus, which is just humans, but, you know, racist towards all aliens. And those, we're just looking for the interest of humans, and you're like, to the point that you'll, like, fuck up other people? And they're like, anyways, you're like, no, fuck you.
Have you seen Invincible yet?
No.
You'd like Invincible.
Would I, really?
Yes.
I very much got the opposite impression from what I was seeing of it, which wasn't much.
It's, what did you think it was?
I don't know. It felt like a little bit of, like, here's a cartoonish aesthetic, but everything's extremely gritty in reality.
It's not really gritty in reality, because they go hard into, like, fantasy violence type stuff. But some of the, like, it's pretty gory at times, but, it's got a nice balance of, like, comedy and action. Earlier in the season, focusing more on comedy. Later in the season, working more with, like, violence. I don't know. Just give it a try, I guess.
Well, I've mentioned this several times now that we've been doing this for a whole year during the pandemic, and we're still kind of in it. It's very much the tail end, but a lot of people I normally hang out with, I'm not able to yet still.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult for me to watch stuff in the sort of mindset I have of, I'm trapped here, right?
Yeah.
It's just not, I don't know, I just look at it, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm still struggling to get through the end of the Devil's a Part-Timer thing. And I'm like 3 episodes away from it, I think.
You know what we should do sometime? Is next time Dunsparce has the house. So I should see if you can come down and join us to watch stuff.
I mean, why not? That does sound good. I've got this place relatively open for like a few weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. So we can figure it out.
Okay, Dunsparce and I have been trying to find, like, more places to hang out, so this is actually a good timing because he's got the week off.
That would be good. We'll figure it out later, though.
Yeah.
How's the lake still poisoned?
That's not a lake.
Oh, is that the forest?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
How's the forest still poisoned?
That's just how it lives, dude. That's just what poison
It wasn't
is.
poisoned before we got Wood Sword, remember? Or when we had Wood Sword.
Are we just ignoring this problem in Hyrule then?
I mean, I guess you could say it's Ganon. You know, to explain it away.
Yo, look at this bridge, though.
Bridge!
Every time I see a bridge in a forest now, I just remember that one meme of, like, the monkey holding the hand out.
Sorry, Link was screaming over you. What?
There's just some meme of a monkey, like, gonna cross a bridge, and he's, like, holding his hand out, like, let me help you.
Oh.
That's it. They have a good time with bridges. Monkeys are weird. I don't trust them.
Why don't you trust monkeys? Monkeys are great. I love monkeys.
They are... Okay, most monkeys are fine, but it's like chimpanzees are like... A, kind of close enough to people, and B, have been enough stories of just fucking someone up that I'm like, yeah, I don't trust them. Yeah,
what about
keep 'em away.
orangutans?
They freak me out. Orangutans have funny body proportions.
Yeah, they do. Fucking... If you want to have a great time, I talked about this with you before, but for anyone else, the Smithsonian documentary on the orangutan jungle school is hilarious.
I don't remember you telling me about this.
Oh, have I not? It's literally just like a bunch of orphaned orangutans being taught how to be monkey. Because, you know, they don't have a parent, so... And, there's just some scenes in that just come out at you out of nowhere. Like, they named one of the monkeys after Barack Obama. So, and this dude is like, they open one episode with 5-year-old Obama is swinging in. Like, whoa, hold on, what?
That is a good way to start anything, though.
Right? But yeah. It's also, like, incredibly sad, though, because a lot of them are like, I don't have parent. There's even one who, was, like, attacked by something or, like, horribly disfigured by something, and they found its mom. And, the mom was having a hard time recognizing its baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a bad time. Reminds me of SeaWorld.
It's like a reverse SeaWorld.
That's fair. Here, okay. There have been, you know, in our life, a lot of talk and jokes about SeaWorld not being good. I didn't know the extent of it. Man, he's slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, I'm getting my own SeaWorld here.
Ever just been SeaWorld? Let me tell you. So here's the thing. Killer whales, right? In the wild. So this is just completely natural, completely normal killer whale. There have only been, like... I think it's like 6 or 8 attacks of killer whales in 100 years since we've been recording interactions with them in the wild. And most of those are the killer whale didn't know what this thing was, right? Like, one of them was like a guy had a bag full of like killer whale food on him, and the killer whale's like, oh shit, is that food? And the guy, and like none of them resulted in fatalities, I believe. Killer whales in captivity have a really high kill rate.
Jesus.
Including, oh, what was it? Shamu 4, right? They didn't even fucking care. They just named it the fourth Shamu or something.
The sequel to Shamu 3.
Which killed like 5 or 6 people.
From the people who brought you Shamu 1.
And like, they also live half as long when they're in captivity than they do outside. This isn't like, oh, if the thing lives in captivity, it dies fast. No, this is whoever's keeping it is doing such a bad job at it, right?
They also have nowhere to go, so it's kind of sad.
They used to. They had, like, some places do all right at keeping the killer whale, right? Where they're like, hey, here's enough room for them. Here's other killer whales, so they're doing all right. Not SeaWorld. Here's what would happen if you had a killer whale that grew up to be a sociopath, right? Because you bred it in captivity and you didn't let it hang out with anything that made sense, and it was like, I'm losing my mind. They would just sell it to SeaWorld.
Wow.
Like, that was just what you did. And it's not like, you know, and people would think, oh yeah, of course, you know, the killer whale's gonna kill something. It's a wild animal. It just knows to hunt. No, it doesn't want to eat you. It literally is just torturing and killing the people.
Whoa.
That's all it's doing. It'll just drag you underwater again and again. It's like, what the hell? And eventually people were like, SeaWorld needs to stop. And then now they're no longer allowed to make new whales or buy new whales. They still have killer whales, but, you know, seeing as though they keep them in such bad condition, they'll probably die within 20 years.
I didn't think SeaWorld was still open.
SeaWorld is very much now they're trying their best to transition to be a amusement park that's nautical themed. Problem is they suck at it.
Is it really that hard to make roller coaster?
Technically, yeah. But not
Just-
to the extent that this is, right?
Just hire
Like, it's
someone
kinda
who
like,
worked at like Disney. It'll be fine. Give them like $1 million budget.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't know a lot of engineering stuff. It's probably better than...
Oh right, we gotta rescue Colin.
Who cares about Colin?
Fucking right, but they're gonna make me.
Who are they going to bully now that the weakest on the chain is gone? Right, they have to develop a whole new hierarchy and they don't want to
Well, they gotta go for the kid with the blue pants. Cause
Blue Pants Kid's alright.
Mallow's got too much power though.
Maybe they just find a new kid and make fun of him.
Oh wait, there's the Native American looking kid.
I don't know, he feels outside of their circle. Right, like he doesn't...
Yeah, but we're
I
talking
don't
about
see him
kids.
interacting with them
He's
a lot.
different.
That's true, that is how kids think.
And then they grow up to adults who don't think.
Oops.
Oops, all racism.
You gotta kill this board, dude.
Dude,
Oh, man,
I love how one of the most hype things about Twilight Princess was we figured out how to put the sword on the horse.
Whoa, buddy!
Oh, they might
God.
burn my shield. I want to keep
You
the
can do the
shield.
thing where you ride the side of the horse.
Because I got my
buddy.
shit kicked in.
Ah, you're fine.
Don't hit me. I don't want to lose my shield. At the
You'll
same
lose it.
time, if I lose my shield, I'm not getting the replacement because it looks like shit.
Fashion over function.
Function over faction.
Function over faction?
Yeah. No dividing.
Veil. No dividing. Uh-huh. He will not divide us.
It will certainly melt us.
I don't... Oh, wait, they put oil on it or something. I was gonna say...
That's different
how the
bridge.
fuck- Wait, how's this one light on fire then? Oh, it just blocked my bed. Apparently I remember even less about this game than I thought. What the heck, dude? I
Elden
thought
Bridge
you were
is
a master
hard.
at this game.
Elden Bridge is hard.
Beat this game like 15 times.
Yeah, I just never remember this boss fight because it's so one note.
Got him.
Let me slowly turn around.
Wasn't the worst.
Slowly turn around. Imagine getting
That'd be
fucking yeet forced off the fucking bridge. Honestly, probably the most terrifying experience of your life is being tied to a wooden plank on a... Link, you don't have time for this.
He's gotta look cool. We just talked about this.
Colin is still on the raging boar.
The boar. It'll be fine.
That's an Ambio statue now.
The boar won't eat him.
No, but he might fall off the boar into the pit of death.
That will teach him a good lesson.
Where we've only had one thing survive. Hi, you look like you got a stupid face.
That's always true for him. That was a weird time.
I always thought he had like buck teeth because like he has that weird divider in his teeth, like below his lips.
Maybe he just does have the weird rabbit teeth going on.
Then that would mean they'd have to model it in. I know they didn't. I don't know. He's weird. He's a loser.
Does he do anything?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
he literally pushed Blue Pants Kid out of the way. Or not Blue Pants Kid. He pushed the girl out of the way so she wouldn't get fucking kidnapped.
What a
Like-
hero. Nothing has changed.
Oops. I mean, it was either she dies or he dies, and like, you know, if I didn't have a choice in it.
I don't know if that... Alright, well... I want to grab more coffee. We're climbing the thing.
We're climbing. We're getting into the fire mountain. Huh! All right, time to cheat in sumo wrestling.
You really do just kind of cheat in it. I'm surprised no one...
In
goes
fairness, they have a racial advantage. That totally hit Epona.
by their nature. Yeah, your horse is dead.
Well, The horse god's gonna be
Nice
pissed.
number.
Don't tell him.
Sir?
Sir! I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the building.
I mentioned this somewhat to you. I don't think we expanded on it much, but it's kind of weird to me that, like, there's gonna be, like, a whole generation of kids that, like, damn. A whole
didn't wanna go through the
generation of
cutscene
kids
again.
that played, like, that's reasonable, actually. Played, like, Breath of the Wild as their first Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna go back and look at these games and be like, this isn't Zelda.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is that they've already released one remake in the style of the old Zelda, and they're doing another soon. So I have a feeling they don't want to entirely, like, leave out the idea that is still a Zelda, you know?
Well, I don't think that was their plan. I think, you know, they just wanted to make more money off the same game again, which they can totally do. That's not me being like, look how lazy they are. It's like, nah, it's probably good. I don't like the way that they do it. But
I don't like the way they do it either
conversation.
because it was a $60 game, the $60 remake of a game that was like $30.
Yeah, but they built it on like a new engine and everything.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of work in that. I'm not gonna.
Okay, but what if they
I'm pretty
reuse
sure
the
it's
engine?
Fine, don't get it if you don't want it.
True. I don't know. I
Like,
just think that
that
game
is what
was
it boils
way
down
too
to.
easy for the price point. Just way too quick.
It's just how wait for which one?
Link's Awakening remake.
Wait, why would that? What? Wait.
It's an incredibly
No, it's-
easy and short game because it's meant to be a portable
Sure,
game,
but-
and they put it on Switch.
Yeah, but there's still a lot to be done in it. And they did like a lot of visual changes. Like, you know, the whole thing was remapped. Or
Oh!
restructured. Holy shit!
Well, that's the Zora heater.
For some reason I thought the Goron like summoned the meteor on you. I was like, this is some Final Fantasy shit.
Dude, if Gorons could do that, they should be a lot cooler in the fucking Hyrule Warriors games, but they're like one of the worst to play.
Man, I can't get into the newest Hyrule Warriors.
I can't either, dude.
I tried. I don't know what it is. It's just, I think a big problem is like, you know, because like in Dynasty Warriors and the first Hyrule Warriors, when you sent someone somewhere, they at least did something. Now you have to do absolutely everything all the time by switching between people. Does that make sense?
You can direct them.
I know, I do.
Okay.
They don't do anything.
I didn't
Like,
mind
you just
directing
walk
them
there.
in the original because they actually fought.
That's what I'm saying, right? They'll just walk to a place, and then they won't do anything. So now you have to micromanage every single encounter because they just refuse to do anything for some reason.
They need to make their game harder.
It doesn't need to be harder.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, I know. It's more of... Sorry, that was less a response to you, more response to people that will make that argument. Right?
True.
Like, the game can be harder. All I'd have to do is not level as quickly. That's not hard to do. The problem is, it's tedious to have to look at every situation instead of saying, let me allocate my resources like this. It's more of, let me set up my jump points to here, here, and here.
More games need to adopt a Persona 5 method of EXP gain, and that means let me level up everyone at fucking once for the love of God.
Man, this team's just gonna keep going on. Oh, alright, we have the boots.
I forgot, yeah.
That would kill you.
It's like a puzzle or something.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna disagree with letting everyone level at once. I think it's good to have systems. It's not perfect, of course, but I think it's fine to have systems that say you have to play these characters to level them up. I think leveling should be faster and less grindy in that case, but it forces you to make different compositions, right? Where it's like, well, okay, I have to put... There's a problem that, like, it become... Why can't we stop them all this
I think it's because I let go, okay? But, okay,
But,
my point more so with, like, it's more of like a JRPG thing where it's like, can I just fucking... I don't want to have to go through the dungeon where X character can't function because every character brings fire. Or every enemy brings fire. Why should I be at a handicap for leveling that guy?
At least it's not like Aerith from Final Fantasy VII.
You never know when they're gonna do that again.
Get her all the way up. Oh, buddy.
I thought I could hit him on the way down. It didn't work.
I still like the way Lost Odyssey did it best, where there's like, you have a level cap and it's pretty low. Have fun. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I didn't know that when I played, because I was like 10.
That game's good. I gotta go back to that sometime. Which means I have to actually get it again.
Yeah. But we should really,
Wait!
like... What?
We're at the 20-minute mark. Do we want to...
Yeah, I was gonna be like, we're at the thing. We're gonna end with sumo wrestling, because that's important.
Oh, I was gonna... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was planning to have this end when they're all about to roll at us, but we can keep going.
Nah, sumo. I gotta fight rock nipples.
Why do they do this?
I don't know.
It's weird. Because then you have to be like, do they have rock milk? Do they feed their young like that? What is this?
Do they lay eggs?
Am I reading too much into it? Probably. But they force me to think about it, right?
Here's the worst part, though, is where do they come from?
See, I thought they were just born from rocks.
But that's the thing, is you don't know that for sure.
Right?
Because they do have, like, children. We know this for sure because of Link Jr.
That's true.